The War on Terror was George W. Bush's campaign which he launched as a result of 9/11. It was called Operation Enduring Freedom. The operation was an invasion of Afghanistan. On October 7, 2001, the operation officially began with an air attack of Afghanistan. The objective of this campaign was to defeat all terrorists, including Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda. The Munich Games of 1972 can also be known as the Munich Massacre. During the Olympic Games in Munich, Germany, 8 terrorists from the Palestinian group Black September captured 11 Israeli athletes, coaches, and officials. 2 of the hostages resisted right away and were killed. The rest were also eventually murdered. 5 members of the terrorist group died in an attempted rescue mission as well. The 3 surviving terrorists were released after German hijackers demanded they be released. Israel responded to this with a series of airstrikes and assassination of suspects.
Al-Qaeda is an Islamic terrorist group which performs techniques such as suicide attacks and bombings such as 9/11. Al-Qaeda mostly operated in African countries, and all Al-Qaeda-linked individuals had taken an oath to Osama bin Laden. The Taliban supported Osama bin Laden, and in return, Osama bin Laden provided fighters to the Taliban. 9/11 had many devastating effects on America. Many Americans now fear terrorism as they were realizing that terrorist attacks can happen anywhere. In response to 9/11, the International Coalition was formed to fight terrorism, especially the al-Qaeda network. Under George W. Bush, the U.S. launched a war on terrorism to invade and dispose of the Taliban. In addition, the Office of Homeland Security was formed. Health concerns such as lung disease from the continuous smoke frightened Americans.
The Department of Homeland Security is a cabinet with the responsibilities of protecting the territory of the U.S. from terrorist attacks and responding to natural disasters. In November 2002, the DHS was established by the Homeland Security Act of 2002 to consolidate executive branch organizations related to the Homeland Security into a single cabinet agency. DHS operations officially began January 24, 2003, and it is often criticized over excessive bureaucracy, waste, and ineffectiveness. The USA Patriot Act is the statute enacted by the U.S. government and signed into law by Bush on October 26, 2001. After 9/11, Congress immediately started work on several proposed anti-terrorist bills. The official title is Uniting and Strengthening America to Provide Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept on the Obstruct Terrorism Act of 2001. The purpose of the USA Patriot Act is to deter and punish terrorist acts in the United States and around the world, to enhance law enforcement investigatory tools.
Weapons of mass destruction are just what its names sound like. Weapons of mass destruction, also known as WMD, have been known to destroy lots of plants and animals at once. There were 3 types of WMD: chemical, biological, and nuclear. Weapons of mass destruction have been a big fear of the United States, and in 2001, Saddam Hussein was sought to have possession of WMD. The Bush administration ordered a search, and it turns out no WMD were found. North Korea and the U.S. have not had good relations since World War II. America had always had a fear that if North Korea had possession of weapons of mass destruction, then America could be in great danger. Iran, Iraq, and North Korea have all become the axis of evil. North Korea sent a torpedo near the South Korean border and struck a South Korean corvette on May 25, 2010. South Korean President Lee Myung-bak said that nation would cut off all trade with North Korea, no longer allow South Korean merchant ships the use of South Korean sea lanes, and asked the United States Security Council to punish the North.